Welcome back to the channel. Today we're going to be doing part 2 of the Ballad of Bossman Jack. Today's sponsor is me. Well, me, because there is no sponsor for this channel at all. But I am buying all of the things, so in a way I am the sponsor of this channel. And you can help support me by giving a like and a subscribe on this video or any of my videos.
Online gambling is just regular gambling on speed. But what if you actually did speed and then went to online gambling in your family's home in front of over 1,000 people?
Everybody say hi, Mom!
This really reminds me of that show Viva La Bam with Bam Margera, where he would just destroy his parents' house and he would, torture them every single day on the show.
Oh my god, there it is! Yeah!
The sound that keyboard makes is so delicious.
Ah, dude!
Bossman Jack was born Austin Curtis Peterson in April 1995 to two loving parents. He grew up with one sibling in a good, stable environment. His parents seem really wholesome, with his mom often posting about her love and support for her sons, which means a lot considering the things Austin gets up to. Austin's brother Andrew graduated from college, got married, has a job at an insurance company, and is in an alternative rock band. Lolcows often come from broken homes, but Andrew being completely normal in every way proves that there's no issue
Nobody is completely normal in every way.
with their upbringing whatsoever.
That doesn't necessarily prove that there's no issue with their upbringing either. There could just as easily have been, and maybe one of them was okay and the other one wasn't.
Brothers seem to be on good terms with each other nowadays, despite the hints that they were, at one point, at odds, with Austin recounting a physical fight between them at an undisclosed point in time.
My brother, I knocked him out cold.
But this hardly proves that they hated each other or anything
It's sad that that's like the only thing he has to say about his brother.
serious like that. If anything, the fact that the two brothers fought once makes their relationship more normal rather than the opposite. Eventually, it seems they simply grew apart and lost touch, with Austin even admitting to having forgotten his brother's birthday.
Bro, he just turned 32. Now I think about it. September 22nd. Yeah. I totally miss his birthday. Now I think about it.
In his youth, Austin was a bit of a delinquent. He liked skateboarding, smoking weed, fishing, and being a criminal. In 2013, when Austin was 18, he was caught trying to
Fishing is definitely one of those delinquent activities.
buy alcohol while underage. But this is a very common charge, and were this the only one he got, it wouldn't really matter. However, 1 year later, Austin, accompanied by two friends, rampaged through the Brickshire area of New Kent, Virginia, rummaging through 12 vehicles and stealing anything they could find. The reported stolen items included loose change, credit cards, a high-end camera,
So they were just ransacking cars in a neighborhood.
jewelry, and even a firearm.
But there's the felony.
Though I should say the person responsible for taking the gun was one of Austin's accomplices. Following
Oh, it wasn't Austin, though.
an investigation by the New Kent Sheriff's Office, the three of them were arrested in connection to the robberies. From what I can understand, he was charged with a total of 21 counts,
Damn, 21 charges. That's a lot.
including 3 different kinds of larceny and tampering with a vehicle. However, he got a deal in which he pled guilty to just 4 of those counts, all of them misdemeanors.
Wonder what he gave up in the deal.
And all the other charges would be dropped, with him getting a year of probation and a fine of a little over $3 grand as a means of restitution to the victims. Due to how poorly planned and executed this criminal act was from the get-go, Austin was probably going
All crimes these days are poorly planned and poorly executed. There are no criminal masterminds like in the movies. Anybody who's out there committing crimes is stupid. There are so many stupid criminals.
to get caught no matter what he
I'm trying to make a channel basically highlighting how stupid criminals are.
did, but I should note the fact that he made it easy for the cops to connect him to it when he started looking up items he'd stolen on Google to see what they were worth, presumably so that he could ask for that value from the person he intended to pawn it to, who was also arrested and convicted, by the way.
He got the other guy arrested too. Everybody went down for this. See? They're all stupid.
Ultimately, Austin only spent 29 days in prison. The judge's
How do you even go to prison for 29 days? How do you spend less than a month in prison?
reasoning being that it was a sufficient wake-up call for Austin to not reoffend. It's unknown what exactly swayed the judge, but it's speculated there were
I could speculate.
many members of the community, including the deputy police chief of the county, testifying in favor of Austin's character. According to
So the deputy sheriff testified on his behalf. That sounds like a nice character witness to have. Wonder what he gave up for that.
them, Austin had just fallen into the wrong crowd and was a normal kid caught up in drugs, alcohol, and immaturity. When viewers brought this up on stream, he showed a lot of remorse and admitted the reason for the crime was to feed his addiction to Xanax.
Karma bit me so hard in the ass, and I deserve every fucking bit of it, and I'm still not the same. I will never be the same again after I got fucking arrested for fucking stealing out of fucking cars, dude. Innocent people's fucking cars, bro. I am not like that, bro, at all, man.
But before we
He totally is like that. Again, I don't think that sounds remorseful at all. That just sounds like more manipulation from Austin.
move on from this topic, there's a little wrinkle in this story I think is worth delving into. Many people, including Austin himself, has mentioned that this case resulted in a felony conviction, which actually isn't the case. You see, it's very strongly suggested in the articles about the case that his accomplices pled guilty, but that Austin went above and beyond and actually cooperated with the police against them, thus making him a snitch. This goes a long way to explain why those very serious charges, on which they had him dead to rights, were suddenly dropped, and only the misdemeanor charges stuck. But this isn't just speculation. The court documents prove beyond the shadow of a doubt that Austin is in fact not a felon. In turn, this means that whenever he calls himself one, it's most likely him just trying to avoid people from figuring out that he snitched. After the reality check that was his brief stint in jail,
I mean, that would make sense if he was trying to avoid being known as a snitch.
and probation sentencing, Austin decided
But if he was genuinely remorseful, then he wouldn't care that he was a snitch, because if he was generally feeling bad about what he did, then he wouldn't care about snitching on other people for doing the bad thing.
He moved away from the street life and instead developed an interest in old school RuneScape. For context, OSRS requires a monthly fee to play, but
I guess unless they didn't actually do it and he did it, and then, yeah, I guess he would feel remorseful about letting them go down for it.
unlike other MMORPGs, it had its in-game gold become a kind of cryptocurrency, as players could pay for their memberships using it, causing a natural exchange rate to develop around it. One big win on a high-stakes wager in the duel arena, which players affectionately called the Sand Casino, could fund a player's membership for years. Austin started streaming it in 2019 under the name Austin
You can turn anything into a gambling addiction, I swear.
07, and immediately gained a reputation for being what is called a debt streamer. He lost millions worth of in-game gold and proceeded to beg his audience for more, only to lose it all again. Eventually, Austin accrued a total debt of 30 billion gold, which turned out to be worth well over $6,000.
Why do they do this to me every fucking day, bro?
That is $6,000 in real money he lost in the Sand Casino on old school RuneScape. That is ridiculous.
How much was the guy to fucking damn it? 30 fucking bill! 30 bill debt! 30, not fucking 10, not 5, 30 fucking bill debt.
Austin 07
In that clip, his his wall is still alive.
became infamous on Reddit, where users were critical of his shameless demand for loans from his audience, with him eventually being exposed for trying to sell in-game gold he'd been lent for real-life money, allegedly to get drugs, which makes sense given it
Allegedly.
netted him a measly $50. While pretty meaningless in-game, it can probably temporarily satisfy his craving for the za. Austin claims he wanted to pay back all the loans, but the only thing he ever did with the money he kept getting loaned to him was
He never wants to pay off the loans. Why would he ever want to pay off the loans?
gambling it all away again. Not only did he blatantly not care for the fact that he was in actual debt and still gambling, but he also coped by blaming the developers of the game
His whole plan for paying off those loans is to win enough money to be able to pay off those loans. But the problem is that the minute he wins enough money to pay off those loans, he gambles it away again.
for his losses, claiming it was the game's fault for not letting him win.
Damn, dude, my RNG is so bad. Tell me my RNG ain't bad, though.
Much like his Xanax addiction, when he has a compulsion motivating him, Austin completely loses touch with reality, which even landed him in an actual psych ward once.
I've been in the psych ward before, too, bro. This one time, I got back into RuneScape
Yeah, me too, bro.
after not playing for a while. I was so high on RuneScape, I stayed up
High on RuneScape.
for over 3 days straight, and I was not doing any drugs. I was completely sober. No weed,
Stop the cap.
nothing. And I started hallucinating, bro. I started writing weird, like crazy shit on my Facebook, bro. Like I'm gonna save the world, and I thought I was Jesus Christ, dude.
I think that, honestly, being on crack might have been better than being on RuneScape, considering how much money he loses when he plays RuneScape.
Ever since information about Austin's drug use became public, people became increasingly skeptical that he was ever truly sober for any significant period of time. But even if this is the case, it doesn't seem like Austin himself understands how bad the situation is, or at least not well enough to do anything to stop it. You would think that this degree of awareness about his tendency toward addiction would result in some kind of self-reflection on Austin's part, especially
Why would I think that he would self-reflect? He can't self-reflect.
since, with or without the gambling, Austin was an entertaining personality that realistically could scrape together a decent audience from doing regular streaming if he really wanted to. But everyone, from his genuine viewers to his trolls, and even himself, knew what time it was. And no matter how remorseful he occasionally seemed about his habit or his debt, he was going right back to it as soon as he could. His
Oh, you know it, baby.
career as a lolcow officially began with many people religiously watching him just so they could clip his insane moments, of which there are an infinite amount of compilations on YouTube. In one instance of people messing with him, a troll convinced Austin that they were an organization interested in sponsoring him, which he probably saw as an infinite source of gambling fuel. But soon after he began announcing it to his audience, this supposed sponsor renamed all of the channels in his server to Austin Loves Crack and then deleted the Discord completely.
That's pretty funny, though.
You would think that after all this hassle, he was going to hang up his gloves and call it a day.
No, I wouldn't think that either. Why would I think that?
Unfortunately, it was just too late for him, as the seeds of addiction had already been sown, and Austin's undoing was simply a matter of time.
Come on, 5 or 6, 4, 5, 6, please. Please, lady. Come on, baby. Come on, baby. Oh, I lost it all. It's all gone. It's all gone. I just lost everything.
People love gambling, and after it was banned on Twitch, it had to go somewhere.
People also love watching people like him lose at gambling. It is, there's a reason why he is a lolcow of epic proportions. It is because people love watching people lose like that.
Lucky for them, Kick had been founded by Ed Craven and a streamer by the
I'm really glad, though, that they have taken all of the gambling off of YouTube and Twitch, and hopefully they'll get it off of there too. I don't Kick, so I don't know.
name of Trainwrecks, on whom I've already made a video, and Kick was much friendlier to gambling content. When Twitch dropped the ban hammer, all the gamblers found their new home there, and one of these people would be not Austin07, but Bossman Jack. You see, whereas Austin07 had to
And a star is born.
beat around the bush and gamble through RuneScape, Bossman Jack did justice to his name and gambled like a boss would, blatantly, with no fear of potential losses and debt. According to a post on
No fear whatsoever. Well, he's got the sponsor now. He's got them paying. And he's still probably borrowing and begging. He's got enough money to fuel it now. He's got the juice.
Kiwi Farms, from a longtime viewer of his, before moving to Kick, Austin gambled on another site where he allegedly wagered a whopping total of
Allegedly.
$700,000. Once again, he gained
$700,000. So he's bringing in enough money to be able to wager $700,000. Now that includes all of his winnings. We know that because he gambles away all of his winnings, but that is a significant amount of money.
infamy for his compulsive behavior pattern of begging for a donation, getting it, then immediately turning it into nothing, rinse and repeat. Actually, given how crusty and withered he looks in most of these streams, I don't know that there was a lot of rinsing going on. He began
Ooh, that's low-hanging fruit, making fun of the man's hygiene or lack thereof.
referring to donations as juicers, which, while hilarious, isn't as hilarious as the innumerable times he reacted to losing on a bet by gratuitously destroying parts of his computer or his bedroom. Again, he lives in his parents' house, so he's technically destroying their property. To viewers' astonishment, Bossman came back every day and consistently lost thousands
I don't think the viewers were astonished at all. I think everybody knew exactly what they were getting every time they logged into that stream.
upon thousands of dollars, gaining nothing but hate watchers in the process who came in droves to witness his live stream
So much hate.
self-destruction. It was pointed out that he was so deep in the cycle that he even repeated the exact same phrases.
Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh, I just lost it all. Oh my god, I really did. Oh my god. Oh my
Look at what we have now, though. Now we have people who are like NPCs and they just emote whatever you tell them to emote on their live stream.
god. Oh my god. Dude, oh my god. Oh my god, another 400.
This is like the beta version of that.
Oh my god, I just lost every fucking penny. Dude, oh my god. Oh my god. Yo! Oh
Austin does seem to have moments of clarity where he acknowledges that gambling is destroying his life and that he wishes he treated his parents better.
dude, oh my god, it's just ruining my wife, dude. I am bleeding. Oh my fucking God, dude. Oh my gosh, dude. I gotta go, guys. I cannot believe I just did that to myself,
I can believe it.
dude. I cannot believe I just lost $300, dude.
I definitely believe that.
Oh my fucking God, dude. I swear to God, why the fuck would I advertise the site for fucking months on end and never, ever get some fucking payback? Fuck you.
Because they're paying you. That's why.
I'm fucking done. Fucking scammers.
Much like he did during the OSRS era, Austin often accused Stake of rigging their games against him, which is technically true, I guess. Any gambler worth his salt knows that all games are rigged in the house's favor, and if I were to guess,
Yes, all games are in the house's favor. The longer you play, the more you lose. That's how it works.
he's just acting like this is some kind of scandal to
Gambling and the lottery are both a tax on people who cannot do math.
evade the responsibility for losing the money he gambles. If he actually cared that bets are rigged to favor the house being Stake, wouldn't he have stopped gambling a long time ago? Like Occam's razor,
No, because it is his only thing. This is all he has. He does not know anything else.
the simplest explanation is probably the true one. He is an addict
And the trolls have continuously rewarded him for this behavior. He's been rewarded so much for this behavior. Why would he ever stop?
coming up with rationalizations about the consequences of his addiction. It's not like he actually thinks he's going to start consistently turning a profit any day now. He knows what he's doing. But to say that it got bad is an understatement. Austin was streaming 9 hours a day. During that period, he often
9 hours a day, and he's got like 866 average views. So he is raking in the dough from this stream. Everybody knows exactly what this is. It's just him acting ridiculous and losing all of the money for the views.
often started a new stream over 10 separate times after rage quitting, stopping only when he went completely bust and lost all of his money.
It is pretty messed up, though, that Stake pays him. They know they're going to get their money back, and they're going to get a bunch of people watching him gamble, which is going to bring in more gamblers for them to take money from. So it is pretty messed up the way Stake is running this, and if they are able to rig the games that he's playing with the money that they give him specifically to ensure his losses, it's not out of character at all, is it?
Initially, it may seem confusing why people would watch someone destroy their financial life in front of an audience of over 1,000 people, but just like Bossman
Because there's over 1,000 people who will watch it.
is addicted to gambling, his viewers are addicted to the emotional roller coaster his gambling addiction provides them with. At any moment, Austin could win a life-saving amount of money, and every stream starts out with the same glimmer of hope that inevitably gets destroyed beyond recognition by the end.
It wouldn't change his life, though. There's no amount of money that he could win that would ever satiate his need to gamble. If he won $1 million, he would just immediately turn around and gamble $1 million.
Of it, along with Austin's drywall. In one extraordinary instance, he actually succeeded in getting out of debt on stream.
Oh my God, boys. Oh my God. Oh my God. I can't stop saying it. Oh my God. Yo. Oh my God. Oh my God. Oh my God. Holy. Oh my God. 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 Yo. Oh my God. I'm debt free. I'm debt free. I'm fucking debt free. I'm fucking
Best 10 seconds of his life.
debt free. It's been months. It's been fucking months.
As much as the audience sadistically enjoys watching Austin dig himself into a financial black hole, they also partake in his joy when he wins. However, rarely that happens.
No. His viewers are only here to hate on him. Nobody wants to see him win. The only time they want to see him win is right before they watch him lose.
Unfortunately for Austin, gambling only really goes one way, downwards. Unlike in a normal casino, where the process of making bets is much slower and you can have drinks and socialize, on Stake, you can click through many games and play them much faster than you ever could in real life. Meaning,
I don't really agree with that. The modern casino games are just like the games on the internet, and they have set them up to be just as attention grabbing and just as addicting. And a lot of the people who design like mobile games come from that field. Like, I know a person who is a programmer who actually used to program slot machine games, and now they program mobile video games because they use a lot of the same things to grab your attention, to keep your attention, and to get you to put more money into it. It's all very much the same now. The internet gambling and the phone games and the casinos, it's all very much the same.
Meaning you get to speedrun your own bankruptcy as a NEET, while an audience of over 1,000 people cheers for your demise. Based on stake rankings,
The biggest difference that I can see is that the casino would have kicked you out if you tried to borrow money from all the other patrons at the casino to keep gambling with.
as of late February, he's wagered over $8.5 million on stake alone.
$8.5 million he's wagered, and we know he's lost every penny of it.
With a net loss of around $300,000. His insanely risky
A net loss. So not only did he lose the $8.5 million or the $8.5 million that he wagered, he went beyond that by $30,000.
bets lose him money every single day, yet he just keeps coming
His net loss was $30K.
back for more. There's no doubt that viewers are instrumental in the perpetuation of these habits, as they often give him money when he begs, just to see it all disappear all over again.
No, dude, I want everybody to give me money right now. Even if you're gonna lose your rent money, I need it all.
Austin needs it all. He doesn't care. If you need diapers, if you need food, he doesn't care. He needs it all right now.
I need it all. I need your rent money. I need your fucking food money. I don't care if you are gonna lose your house. I need it. I'm sorry. I need that money.
Especially if you're going to lose your house. Now he really needs that money.
I'm sorry. It's more important that I gamble.
The humiliation rituals are even egged on by Bossman, such as when he offered to shave his head for $150 on stream, which is not even that much considering his gargantuan net loss. Unfortunately for him, the donor-to-be flaked out and the money never actually came through.
Is this actually the channel Bossman Crack that the one guy was set him up with? Because that would be hilarious if he actually streamed on that channel.
Meaning he shaved his head for no reason.
I'm still waiting on it. I don't know what's going on, man. It's been like 20, 30 minutes, bro. Has it not been? Bro, I just got trolled so fucking hard, dude. I cannot believe
Yeah, you just got trolled so hard, dude.
that this fucking happened, dude. I cannot believe that this happened. What a fucking dickhead, dude. Why the fuck would you do that? Why the fuck gives you one fucking reason to fucking think that's okay?
Besides his e-begging and compulsive gambling habit, Austin also goes the extra mile to make himself unlikable by frequently adopting an overconfident high roller attitude, insulting fans who are begging him to stop.
I mean, he is a high roller. He's gambled $8.5 million. I don't know how you get to be any more of a high roller in that situation.
When he's still up.
Oh, dude!
Yeah, he has nothing to show for it, but he should at least get the title of high roller.
Oh my God! Leave, Austin! Leave! You gotta leave! Just leave, bro! Dick!
That is solid advice, Austin.
Get out of there! F that! I'm staying, baby! Now watch this. We're gonna go to 500 at the lowest.
Uh-huh.
Bro, all the threes, man. What a fucking joke. Oh my God. I had $600 a minute ago. Now it wants to
36,
sit there
16.
and take everything. Thank you so much. Oh
Zeros.
my God. Oh
Donuts.
my God. Dude, oh my God. Wow.
His audience isn't the only target of this behavior either.
I just want another $1,000. I swear to God. I don't want to hear it. Shut the fuck up. Shut the fuck up. You shut the fuck up. You're a fucking buzzkill. Woo.
Buzzkill, man. Total buzzkill. He just won $1,000, bro.
Holy fuck. Yo, shut the fuck up, dude.
Did you take your pills today, Austin?
Hey, shut the fuck up.
Austin is almost 30 years old and lives with his parents.
I guess
While he
not.
certainly could put together enough funds to have a pretty nice place of his own, he often brags on stream about how he doesn't pay rent and gets free food, as if it was a merit that he was still mooching off of his family as an adult, which contributes to the negative feedback loop of his audience's hate watching. Austin's parents are definitely on the older side, as we can tell from their few appearances on stream.
Yeah, they're on the older side. He's 30, bro.
I know it's really messy. I get it. I know. Please don't start cleaning up. Just look at the chat. I know. Now, this is my mother. Say hi to everybody. Everybody say hi to my mom.
Hi?
It's gonna go really fast though. It's gonna go really fast. But I want.
Allow yourself.
No, stop. What the f are you doing? Why would you read that out loud?
Not only does he live in their house rent-free, eat their food, and destroy his bedroom for no reason other than his self-inflicted gambling loss.
He's an almost 30-year-old man, and this looks like a 15-year-old boy and his showing his mom his computer and his live stream.
He treats them like shit. Honestly, the average parents would have given up a long time ago, or at least
They should give up. They should definitely give up and get him out of their house.
kick their kid to the curb after enduring years of this behavior. The way that Austin talks to his parents is shocking to anyone with respect for the people who brought them into this world.
Look, that's
Shocking to anyone. anybody, even people who don't have respect for their own parents, would be shocked at the way this guy acts.
I want everybody to type in "Love you, Mama Bossman." Come on, guys. Can you not? Look at this fish. You are so, dude, you are embarrassing the shit out of me, cleaning all this shit up.
In spite of the repeated abuse, his parents show time and time again that they love their son and will continue to provide for him. Austin's mom often appears.
They need to stop that. They need to stop providing for him. They don't have to stop loving him, but they have got to stop providing for him.
On stream and helps him clean the absolute tornado shitstorm that is his bedroom. Not only are they supportive of his gambling career by providing him a stable safety net from which to operate, but they also support his deep-seated love for the za.
My mom just found that nugget I lost. My mom just found the nug. Remember I
You better share that with her.
lost that nugget? Oh my gosh. Dude, this is some straight za.
People's speculation about Austin's parents secretly hating him got so much traction in the chat that he once called his mom over to prove otherwise, with mixed results.
Tell the chat one good thing about me and that you don't hate me like these guys try to tell me.
I do not hate him. He's my son. I
She should, though. She has every reason to, or every right to, anyway.
brought him into the world.
Okay, but-
Well, how can you hate your own child?
It's interesting that she didn't actually say anything good about him, and instead just went on about how a mother can't
There's nothing to say. I mean, technically, she did say she brought him into the world. Maybe that's a good thing, but that's it.
hate her son, almost like she's trying to convince herself just as much as the audience. He purposely called her instead of his dad because their relationship is on much rockier terms. Austin gets much more reactive whenever his dad
Yeah, his dad should just kick the crap out of him. He's 30 years old. Just beat the shit out of him and then kick him out.
randomly appears from the curtain, usually berating him for interrupting the stream for things that could be said in a text message.
Austin.
Dude, what the f?
Austin.
What, dude? What?
You have a burger.
What do you want?
You have a burger. It's his dinner.
What?
Have a burger, man.
Okay, dude, text me or something, bro. You don't gotta sit there and yell at me, bro.
That's the
Yo, bro, go fuck yourself. I'm not sending you a text message. Fuck that.
man who allows him to live rent-free, bringing him dinner directly to his bedroom. His father only asks the bare minimum from him, that he occasionally clean his room and refrain from screaming about anal sex and banging his audience members' moms in the household. These expectations are unsurprisingly never met, and Austin's reaction to being held accountable is to be expected.
Damn that anal tight! Hey! What? Yeah, sure, text me or something. Sorry, guys. My fucking dad's gonna be a fucking sucker.
I don't think many people's dads would react as peacefully to being called a cocksucker
No, not at all. No.
by their man-child son, who spends the whole day gambling in the World War I trench he turned his bedroom into by blasting holes in the wall with his fists. It's especially bad since he's doing all of this in front of, at the very least, hundreds of people, which aggravates the level of disrespect he displays to his dad. We can only hope that one day, Austin experiences genuine remorse for the way he treats his parents, but his
That's never gonna happen.
parents weren't the only victims of his rage, far from it. I've mentioned it many times already, but there's really no overplaying the amount of damage he does to his living space due to his losses. These are really funny, obviously, but when you realize this is a real person actually getting this furious pretty much every single day, you wonder how this man's
Every single day for 9 hours a day he's doing this.
heart hasn't blown up from all the stress. He stayed awake again.
And all the crack.
Gambling on stream for days straight, destroying his bedroom, bank account, and psyche non-stop. You might have noticed that in many of the clips we've played so far that the boss man's room has no door, resorting to a towel draped over the doorway to separate his gambling headquarters from the rest of the house. Though that clearly does nothing to prevent his parents from hearing him scream and argue with chat. He destroys his door so often that it can be used as a makeshift sanity meter, and the closer it is to being completely gone, the closer he is to becoming a feral ghoul from Fallout. For avid viewers, this is known as Bossman Jack's door lore.
That was kind of my theory in the first video that we did. I kind of theorized that maybe the door was actually responsible. Like the door was the villain, and he knew, and he was trying to destroy the door so that he could break free from his prison of gambling addiction.
Fans tracked as his daily losses would cause Austin to progressively destroy the wall and door in fits of rage.
I'll clean it all up.
There is nothing left of that door.
Dad! I'll clean it up! I'll clean it up!
He eventually bought a new one at the hardware store, but neglected to install it in favor of smashing his keyboard against his head and screaming.
That was the right choice, I feel like. Why install a door when you can smash more stuff?
screaming at his mom. Finally, his fans got so fed up with the dismal background that one of them donated $50, desperately trying to make him install it, only for him to find out he needed to get new hinges with the door and could not just attach it to the wall. He never ended up installing the new door. Now, he's employed the ancient Yakubian technique of putting the door in front.
Okay, I've tried to install a door before. It is actually difficult, more difficult than you might think. The hinges have to be in the right place on the door and on the door frame. It's not as easy as you might think.
Front of the hole in the drywall, replacing the towel he used to have nailed there. People began pointing out that his room looked like that of someone with a hard drug addiction, and they couldn't be any more right. It's
Yeah, that's exactly what it is.
been established that Austin's addictive tendencies go far beyond just online gambling. We've already mentioned how his addiction to Xanax was the primary cause of his criminal past, and at one point he was stealing his dad's coin collection to buy K2 Spice. During his streams, he can be
K2 Spice was a thing. It was like a synthetic weed, and it was absolutely terrible. And people did crazy things when they were on it. A lot of people had health complications, just a terrible, terrible thing. And it was legal at a time when, and in many places where weed was illegal, and it was like the worst alternative you could possibly think of. And it was legal.
seen constantly vaping and smoking weed through a $600 bong, occasionally celebrating when he happens upon a forsaken nug. A forum user who claims to be a longtime fan of Austin alleged some interesting new lore. He claimed that when Jack was having late-night gambling sessions on stream and stayed up, he would regularly make phone calls to a man named Derek Christmas, who would then bring coke to
Derek Christmas is the plug.
his house. One of Austin's mods admitted to sending Cash App money to Derek Christmas for Austin in exchange for crypto. Forum users then deduced that this Derek was likely the same Derek who got caught in 2008 with 19 grams of crack. When his home
Coincidence.
was searched, his infant children were living in horrible conditions and even tested
No, I take that back. He's a piece of shit.
positive for the substance. He was charged with felony child neglect and sentenced to 3 years in prison. Not only was Derek
Should have been a lot longer than 3 years.
a drug dealer, which is ethically questionable in and of itself, but he was completely neglecting his children to the point where somehow they had crack in their system. This is the worst kind of person, and many suspect Austin is in direct contact with him. A Discord call leaked wherein someone was purchasing substances for Austin and sending money through Cash App to Derek. In the call, Austin says Derek is a big connected dealer who had spent most of his life in prison, indicating with some low level of certainty to forum users that this was their guy. To further confirm the Bossman crack suspicions, another leak showed Austin outright admitting that not only had he already smoked crack, but continued to do so as a habit, and even had been blackmailed with secret recordings in the past, which prompted users to dig up more info. Allegedly, during the RuneScape days, Austin admitted he was a
Why would you do that? Why would you expose that somebody had found blackmail material on you before? That's just going to lead to more blackmail.
daily user for 6 months straight, but as of this clip, he had also apparently only been clean for 3 days. People also picked up on Austin's
Hey, congratulations on 3 days sobriety.
strange twitching while live and speculated this was due to drug abuse. Of course, streamers are hardly ever people with normal mannerisms.
I'm overdressed.
Like, do it fart?
However, Bossman Jack goes above and beyond. He's constantly twitching, scratching himself,
That's our boy Bossman Jack, always going above and beyond.
grinding his jaw, and doing other things that are associated with crack rather than Tourette's.
Oh, come on. Here's 10K. Oh no.
Well, when you put these in context with everything else we've seen of Austin, I think it's safe to say he's going to have a hard time beating the crackhead allegations.
I'm looking like a straight crackhead, bro.
Once people figured it out,
Yeah.
he became less paranoid about leaks and hiding his drug habit, and basically just accepted it as part of his identity. Again, we have to contextualize
It's just Bossman, baby. That's just who he is.
that this guy is someone who came dangerously close to being a felon and lives with his parents, which I'm guessing is why he was so nervous about this becoming public knowledge in the first place. He actually began leaning onto it as part of his identity, almost as if he took pride in it or found it funny.
I smoke crack like a motherfucker, dude.
While he's
I mean, everybody else finds it funny. Why shouldn't he lean into it? You know, this is him. This is who he is. He is Crackman Jack.
Passionate about his za and a fiend for the crack, he's tried a few other drugs as well.
You fuck with meth?
Not really. It made me feel pretty good. I sniffed it twice.
I'm sure crack is more than enough to get the job done, but meth must really help the all-nighters he pulls to gamble max. But while the boss man likes to switch things up every once in a while, he is, as the youth say, in love with the cocoa. Once, while he was streaming, he had some serious luck and won a few $1,000s. Naturally, his reaction was to call up his plug, but before Derek even arrived, Austin had already lost all of the money he intended.
No way. No way. So he wins money and he calls his connection to get drugs. And before the dealer can get there, he's already lost all the money
to spend on the drugs.
Oh my God. I have to call him back again. I have to fucking call him back again, dude. Never mind, man. Don't come out. I don't have enough anymore.
A forum user speculated he's doing cocaine rather than crack, since the latter makes you pick at your skin more, and there wasn't evidence he had scabs on his arms or anything like that. They did notice, however, that he used to be fatter when he was young and lost weight over time, despite definitely not improving his diet or being an active person. This meant that he probably used to only smoke weed and eventually added cocaine to his repertoire, causing the weight loss. The drug reveal also explained his fits of rage and extremely emotional reactions, as well as the delusions of grandeur and the stories about going to the psych ward. To be specific, these aren't necessarily caused by the drug use itself, but most likely have to do with entering abstinence, since it's known to make people very volatile. After Austin,
Yeah, people like him are often way more volatile when they aren't high. They're actually less volatile when they've already got their fix.
Austin's hair had grown out a little from the last shave. One of his viewers would call in the chat for a fresh shaving. Austin said he would do it for 150 subs, or around $750. A viewer named Signal Boot sent him 200 subs, and Austin shaved his head. Well, not really. In a bizarre development,
He should shave off that goatee and mustache he's trying to grow.
and it barely made a difference, and Signal Boot expressed his disappointment, demanding Bossman actually shave his head. Austin then argued with him
there
that
he
he
goes.
followed the agreed terms to someone who just gave him $100 to shave his head, immediately ending the stream after this. Signal was the #1 sub at the time, having given Austin almost $10,000 in that month alone.
A subscriber had given him $10,000 in 1 month. How is that even possible?
It's wild that you're trying to renegotiate after you drop me the fucking subs, bro. That's what's wild. Someone clip it, bro. I literally said like 4 times, I'll do a 2 for another 100, or whatever I said for 50.
10 grand in a month, you should be shaving whatever he wants you to shave.
You did 100, so I did a 2. Yeah, I'm gonna get off. That got really quiet. See you guys.
Another frequent donor named Fat Hacker, who gave Austin over $4,000 in juicers, trolled him by
Fat Hacker sounds like an internet legend.
asking, "Are you ready for the biggest juicer of your life?" only to give him
yeah.
nothing afterward. Austin got so upset by this that he ended the stream and proceeded to threaten his own life. Finally, Fat Hacker told him he was
Okay, so he probably does that a lot too, the whole threatening his own life against people. Yeah, it's a common thing that people with like addictive personality disorders or borderline personality disorders do, where they have to keep you in a state of fear or a state of obligation or a state of guilt. It's the FOG, the FOG, fear, obligation, and guilt. And if they can't, these are the tools that they use to manipulate people, and they will use one of those 3 things to manipulate people into doing what they want. And Austin is a master of all 3.
He was just kidding and was about to send it, only to say psych again. The chat's reaction is almost exclusively praising Fat Hacker and laughing at Austin, further demonstrating that his audience truly takes pleasure in seeing him humiliated. Eventually, Austin
Oh, they do. That's the whole point. We all just take pleasure in seeing him humiliated over and over again. People are willing to give him thousands of dollars just to see him humiliated again and again.
got banned after constantly pestering a steak hostess for bonuses daily. He was given a 2-day exclusion from the platform for what the hostess described as impatience and high levels of stress during play. Normal people would think this would be the best thing to ever happen to Austin, giving him time to reflect on his less than frugal activities. Rest assured, however, that Austin refuses to change even in the face of the consequences of his behavior, because as soon as he got back on stake, people watched him lose everything and destroy his surroundings again.
Oh my God.
And the world was as it should be.
Besides his parents, his audience, and his household items, Austin also targeted other streamers. For example, Yasuo was once one of the most promising League of Legends streamers in the world. He started streaming in 2015 and showed a very high level of skill in the game, attracting many viewers who came for his frequent takedowns of entire teams all by himself. He even beefed with one of, if not the most notorious LoL streamer, Tyler1, solidifying himself as part of the community. Eventually, he landed
All right, we're going to have to look up Tyler1 and do a video on him as well.
a spot on the esports organization 100 Thieves, but to many fans' dismay, he gradually lost interest in the game and started doing other things. Because of that, he lost a significant chunk of his viewership and would frequently rage at the chat for spamming Play League. Anger problems, a burning hatred for the audience. What else could Yasuo have in common with our hero Bossman Jack? You guessed it, the hots for the slots, literally. Yasuo pivoted to gambling, which the fans very expressively hated, until YouTube banned both of his channels due to the promotion of gambling. I will say, he never
Yeah, again, I am so glad that they did that. I'm glad they got all the gambling off of there. This is not something that we need on the platform.
outright promoted gambling and only used the sites which technically didn't violate the guidelines.
I'm not against gambling, but I am against putting gambling addiction on YouTube for everyone to just gawk at and to mock and to troll. I don't think it's okay. I don't think it's good. I don't think it's a net good. I think it's funny. I think it has its place in entertainment. And, you know, if they want to go on Kick or whatever and do it, that's fine. But I definitely don't think that it's a good thing on these larger platforms.
But regardless, once the ban happened, he moved to Kick. Austin appeared in the chat on Yasuo's stream where he accused him of using fake money on his bets. Yasuo, who claimed to be a hate watcher rather than a fan of Austin, would challenge the Rat King himself to a debate. Yasuo called him a crackhead, a completely fair insult given what we've learned so far, prompting Austin to baselessly accuse him of view-botting his streams, which was met with little else besides laughter. Yasuo proceeded to prove his transactions on stake on stream, while calling Austin a scamming tweaker with no real fans and only trolls and hate watchers. This sent Bossman into a frenzy.
I mean, he's not wrong. That's pretty much what he's got. He's got trolls and hate watchers.
Speaking very fast and acting
But he's got a lot of hate watchers.
erratic. Well, more erratic than usual.
Hey, how's it going? I wish you know. Hey, listen, you might not like me, but I wish nothing but the best.
I don't dislike you. You're just a scammer. You scam your viewers. You beat your mother. You're a crack addict. You need help. The cops should come to your door. They probably will raid your house soon.
Nothing but the best. I wish you best. Good luck, bro. Good luck. You're a fucking piece of shit.
In their next encounter, Austin became enraged after Yasuo showed the pipe tutorial video along with a picture of Austin holding a crack rock.
There is no bigger man here, so just enjoy the show.
To his viewers. Bossman again accused Yasuo of using fake money despite having absolutely no proof of this, followed by yet another hefty helping of him going on about how he bangs Yasuo's mom. Yasuo's accurate breakdown of Austin's entire career and downfall was only ever answered by the insane screamings of
Oh, Missy Suo! Oh, Missy Suo!
and accusations of thinking he's better than everyone. All of this just served to make Austin look even crazier than he initially did, since he was now making unsubstantiated claims about someone else in the streaming community who, while also widely disliked, wasn't nearly as disliked as Austin himself was. Even worse, fans would catch Kick Viewbot in Austin's recent searches on stream, making it clear the reason he was so angry at Yasuo was probably a case of projection. I mean, with everything else this guy has done, would it really shock you if he was viewbotting? Besides, it's a pretty
No, it would not shock me at all.
common problem on the site he calls home, which itself is directly funded by the casino that finances Austin's degenerate lifestyle. You see, Austin was sponsored by Stake and paid a weekly salary to promote their casinos. At one point,
Okay, here it is. Finally, we're going to get the numbers. How much was Stake paying him?
he was given $8 grand a week to gamble, and because of his streams performing well, he got a raise to a whopping $10,000 a week, which would have amounted to a little over $500,000 a year before taxes.
So the Stake is paying him $500,000 a year to stream his gambling, and he is giving them that money back, plus all the money that he is able to beg from his fans, and also the money that he generates from his stream. So they are getting a really good deal here.
Is absolutely insane given who Austin is, but obviously most of this money would inevitably make its way right back to Stake, since that's the website he used to gamble. Ed Craven, one of the founders of Stake, would actually join Austin's chat on a stream and donate $1,000. You'd think this would
Donate $1,000 to himself because he knows exactly what's going to happen to that money.
be a big moment for him. Maybe he would pocket some money for once when the owner of the site that fuels his lifestyle throws him a bone.
Eddie, thank you so much, bro. Holy shit, dude. Was
Not
that
a
you, Eddie, that
chance.
gave me the 1,000? Oh my gosh, dude. Bro.
Oh my fucking god, dude. I just lost $800, bro. Oh my fucking god, dude. Man, fuck you, Eddie. Fuck you, bro.
And there it
You
goes.
fucking piece of shit, dude.
His tendency to badmouth the company.
Why
that's
is
paying
Eddie
him
a piece of
$500,000
shit?
a
He
year
gave you
when
money.
He loses badly really makes it a mystery as to how the company even tolerates him at all. Maybe they were playing 4D chess.
They tolerate him because he brings in more people that gamble more money, and he's also giving them back all the money that they're paying him. That's why they tolerate. It's not even tolerating, like they love him. He is their golden lol cow.
And expected him to do so, knowing that getting hate and being seen as a complete buffoon is what gets people clicking on his stuff. Given the
Yep.
people he encourages to play slots on the site, they're probably making more money off his fans staking their own cash than they pay him.
Steak
Oh,
has
absolutely.
completely ruined my life. My life has been completely ruined. I've probably lost $500,000 this year to steak. These guys are sexist shit,
The $500,000 that Stake paid you this year.
bro.
At least Austin doesn't have to be alone through all of this. If any of you are ever down bad and losing hope for your love life, Bossman Jack serves as a clear reminder that there is someone for everyone. Austin eventually noticed the rare sight of an actual female in his chat and began talking to her, until
No way. It's got to be a trick. It's another troll.
eventually their online friendship blossomed into a romantic relationship. Honestly, between the crack, the debt, his parents, and the juicers, I have no idea how he even finds the time to get a girlfriend, but nevertheless, he did. Her name was Allison, and not much else is known about her. Well, except for the one time Austin doxed her on stream, and the fact that she had a child from a previous relationship. They eventually met in person several times, but thankfully for the sake of their mental health and the well-being of the child, they never made any serious plans to move in together or
That is for the best. That is definitely for the best.
anything. They continued to be off and on for years until Allison was revealed not to be the loyal sweetie Austin so direly needed, as screenshots leaked by one of Austin's viewers showed her flirting with someone else. In an insane twist that was very fitting for Austin's story, the screenshots implied she'd attempted to trade explicit photos of herself for nothing other than RuneScape gold. Once he found
Oh, she is perfect for Austin. Oh my goodness. Trading nudes for RuneScape gold?
out, he became enraged, but rather than talk to her about it privately and end the relationship,
Why would he be mad about that though? I don't understand. Like, he has been trading his dignity for RuneScape gold for years at this point. What she's doing is exactly the same.
Austin confronted her on a stream. In her defense, she claimed it was during a time when they were not together. However, Austin alleged that they had already met up IRL and were talking every single day at the time the messages were sent.
Are you ready for this, Allison? I want you to explain to everybody here what these messages mean, and I want everyone in my chat to tell me if this is sus as fuck or not sus as fuck.
She then admitted to using manipulative tactics on Austin to make him do what she wanted, and Austin revealed
Dude broke her down on stream.
that she'd gone even further than those prior messages, cheating on him by sending explicit images of herself to one of his mods.
I'm not a money.
That's just her hustle. You got to respect the hustle, Austin.
Anyway, so it wouldn't have made sense. Yeah, she's totally cheated on me with one of my mods before. Yep. She sent one of my mods nudes, man. A long ass time ago. Why the fuck would I
don't whatever.
give her another chance?
Apparently, he had also previously caught her being a member of an Austin hate Discord, which she claimed she forgot she was in. Though that
Yeah, she didn't forget that she probably started that Discord. She's got all the goods.
sounds like a lie, there's no saying for sure who's in the right, or if there's anyone in the right here, when both of
Neither of them is in the right. They're both terrible people, I'm sure.
the people in a relationship are as confusingly toxic as these two were. There's no point in even speculating about it. Following accusations of having bought nudes from her despite her being his girlfriend, Austin continued to fight with his chat after Allison had already left the call, as they roasted her for being unfaithful.
This started because I was so-called simping toward that girl Fox girl that won the giveaway. She got real mad at me, but she doesn't care and we're not together. Fuck you. You're a fucking
You may feel inclined to sympathize with Austin here, as it's evident Allison enjoyed terrorizing him to some degree, and his drug-addled, naive
Who doesn't enjoy terrorizing this guy to some degree? That is his whole lot in life. That's why he's here. He is here for us to destroy. We must destroy Austin.
personality made him especially easy to goad. Even after multiple breakups, she frequently returned to his chat to try and re-enter
He's just so easy to goad.
For his life for whatever strange, sadistic reason. Fortunately, Austin was smart enough to cut her off for good, knowing she was bad news. Despite the fact that Kick has openly marketed itself as the edgier, shadier alternative to Twitch that allows streamers to get away with almost anything, to the point where it's gotten them in trouble, Bossman somehow managed to get a week-long.
So maybe they just need to shut that down. You know, maybe we just shut Kick down. I don't think we need it. We have Twitch, we have YouTube, we have Instagram Reels and Facebook and all these other things. Like we don't need Kick and all their bullshit.
Ban on it. The bot said it's self-harm is the reason for a suspension, and yeah, that fits the bill. I mean, if you consider compulsively gambling everything he's ever had self-harm, then he's a professional. However, these
I would consider that self-harm. I would consider gambling at a certain point to be a form of self-harm.
specific instance they're referring to here is when he started punching his own head, which took place on one fateful April Fool's Day.
For views, likes, or attention, though. Definitely not to hurt himself. Let's see it.
Oh my god.
This meant he officially
Yeah,
had to
that
pull
was
it with his
nothing.
most prominent addiction for the time being. During his time off, he took some time to do IRL streams on his Discord server. This included a house tour and a few cooking shows, including teaching viewers how to make a ribeye. The band gave viewers more of an inside look into Austin.
He should have just stuck with that. He should have stuck with that and kept doing cooking episodes. That would have been great for him. He could have pivoted so easily and, you know, maybe even found a meat sponsor.
His human side, and maybe what his life could be like had he not been plagued with his crippling addiction. Once away from his vices, he seemed like a surprisingly normal dude. But even Kick's ban wouldn't succeed at getting him to stop gambling.
He couldn't have done anything else, though. He doesn't have anything else. Like, he may be entertaining or whatever, but he's not going to be able to pull those kinds of numbers without being what his audience wants to see. That's what they're there for.
On stake.
Dude, I wagered 1.25 million last week. $1.25 million last week.
There's really no overstating the heights.
How can you be proud of that when you didn't walk away with any of that money? You lost 1.2 million.
Of financial insanity that this actual crack addict has unexplainably reached. At the very least, before this point, there was something to gain in the form of chat donos, and if you were feeling particularly generous, you could speculate that Bossman plays a lot of it up for his audience. This is proof that
Oh, I'm speculating.
there is no playing up. He's really this fucked up, on and off camera. Here, there was nothing. He was just draining his bank account and taking a few donos from chat, which he would immediately gamble, while the relatively small amount of people on his Discord server watched. Once the week was over, he returned to Kick after his ban was up to his fans' enthusiastic welcome. The positivity in the chat and from Austin himself during his first stream back is almost shocking to casual onlookers used to the typical chaos of the past. Again, it reminds us of what could have been.
Oh my god! It's real! We're back! Oh my god! What's up, everybody? Yeah, they brought subs, guys. You guys are fucking awesome, man. Damn, subs are pouring in. Hell yeah, bitch.
Maybe this is the guy his parents see in him, as opposed to the raging crack goblin they store in their attic. We can clearly see that there are fans who do care about him, despite the presence of hate watchers in the past. Austin's updated status was flashed on the screen during this stream, including Platinum 6 status and over $10 million wagered. Unfortunately, for those hoping the time off,
$10 million wagered. That is insane.
may have changed Bossman for the better. The
Okay, but look at it this way. Look at it this way. He has bet $10 million and has lost it all. So if you look at that, what do you think you're going to be able to do if you go and gamble your money? You're not going to wager as much as he has. So what are your odds of winning a huge amount of money? Not good. Not good at all. Don't do it.
first stream ended just like they always do.
Oh my god! Oh my god! We're ready! Oh, what the f was that? Holy balls! Oh, let's go! Oh, come on! Dude, are you kidding me?
Only days after returning to Kick, a feud
That's how it goes. You get one good turn and then you lose it all. If you just sit there the whole time and just gamble, you're going to lose it all eventually.
between Austin and a small Kick streamer named Nick White caused the most severe repercussions to his channel to date. Viewers in his chat told Austin that Nick was bad-mouthing him on stream, causing the crack-induced rage to boil over to a point of no return. Austin called Nick a derogatory term, formerly belonging to the vast gamer lexicon, but nowadays falling under the category of homophobic slurs.
I bet you have 200 subs, bro. You're a fucking failure. Shut the fuck up. You're a fucking fat.
The use of this unspeakable six-letter F word would almost immediately result in a month-long ban from streaming on Kick. Nick. Nick claims to have nothing to do with the beef and that it was only his
He got kicked off of Twitch or kick for using the 6-letter F word.
viewers stoking the fire. Austin, meanwhile, attempted to appeal the ban in a very informal email, given the gravity of the situation, writing, "I'm honestly at a loss of words. I first got suspended for doxing someone that was close to my community for scamming me, which I understand doxing is not acceptable. I got a
Sounds like he's done a lot of doxing to me. He doxed the girl, now he's doxed this other person, so he's a doxer.
week for that. Then I lost $4,000 in just a matter of seconds and hit myself on the head and got suspended for self-harm. Now I stand up for myself after multiple accounts this Nick guy has sent to my stream and call him one word and I get an entire month suspension? This doesn't sound justified at all. Are you serious? I feel like I'm being targeted.
He sounds in his letter exactly like he sounds in real life.
Why in the world should this ban be an entire month for someone that was literally harassing me and hate watching me via his stream? I feel like you guys don't have my back at all. And that sucks because I've put in a year's worth of streams on your platform. I've done a lot of advertising and I bring a lot of traffic to Kick. I doubt you guys will even consider lifting this or unbanning me. I just want to ask you one thing. Do you really think this is justified? Wow. I just lost my job for a month, my 8K a week from Stake, my 2,000 subs, because I stood up for myself and called another streamer that's harassing me a hate word. Wow. From what my community says, Aiden Ross has said this word and many other streamers have said this word and never got banned for it. I want to know, why didn't they get banned and I did? Have a fantastic night. I'm extremely depressed right now and am actually extremely devastated from this. My viewers and myself are pretty hurt and shocked by this. I can promise you and assure you that if you would reconsider the suspension or maybe lift it early, that I will never say another hate term or use hate speech again. I mean, let's be fair. Have I ever done a violation that you guys suspended me for more than once? No, because I learned my lesson, just like I will and have this time.
If he's learned so many lessons, why can't he learn the lesson that he's never going to be able to recoup those losses on his debt, or on his gambling? He's never going to be able to pull far enough ahead to undo all the damage he's already done.
Informal as it is, I gotta say, he sounds pretty reasonable for someone regularly smoking straight boulder.
That did not sound reasonable at all. That sounded like the inane ramblings of a complete psychopath.
However, Kick held their ground on the basis of multiple stack violations. They seem to be cleaning up their act a bit due to the reputation the site got, and despite bigger streamers regularly behaving worse, he was caught in the crossfire of the circumstances. Austin,
I imagine him being so successful at doing this probably brought a lot of other people to the table doing the exact same thing. Like, you've rewarded this behavior, so now other people are going to emulate it.
claimed he would not be returning to Kick as a result of his unlifted ban. Instead, he wanted to go back to where it all started, twitch.tv. He shared some great news with the Discord that he had gotten a new deal with a different company called BC Games. The details of this deal included a weekly salary of $4,000, the same initial deal he got from Stake, and still an insane amount of money for a guy who never has to leave his bedroom to do his job. Additionally, he would get 1,000
Living the dream, Bossman Jack.
$1,000 hourly fills per day to use for betting. With this in place, this deal is actually far better than what he was getting with Kick. I should mention though, this is sort of what he was accusing Yasuo of doing when he was talking about making bets with
No, this is exactly what he was accusing him of doing. But they're all doing it, so it's fine. It doesn't matter.
fake money. Additionally, to this day, he always makes sure to mention that he's in debt, and while I'm inclined to believe him, considering how frequently he loses, I'm starting to consider the possibility that maybe that's just a way of setting himself up for more juicers. With the amount of money this guy is raking in from the
Yeah, it's all a form of manipulation one way or another.
website sponsorships, I'm hard pressed to believe he's actually totally broke. It's not all adding up. I assume he's not spending.
So the self-harm is the fear, the feeling, him making people think that he's broke. That's the obligation. He's trying to make them feel obligated to help him because he doesn't have the money.
Spending thousands of dollars a month on crack. Where is the money he's actually getting going? With the fills, it's almost $1.5 million in a single contract. But considering Twitch's policy on gambling, it wouldn't be shocking if they banned him eventually. Unlike Chris Chan, Austin isn't someone whose fate was shaped from the beginning, slowly sliding down a slope of delusion and inevitable doom. No, Austin had and continues to have a very fair shot at having a normal life. At any moment, he could actually walk away from all of this and go live a normal life if he just puts down the pipe and stops gambling.
He could, but I doubt that he will.
But no matter what, whenever he seems to be given the chance to do so, he never takes it. Actually, it seems that it prompts him to double down. I get that he's regularly getting thousands of dollars.
Always double down.
dangled in front of his face, and his contract is worth well over $1 million. But when you factor in the damage this will do to his mind and life, and that most of the money is getting sucked out of his pockets and right back into the grinder of gambling anyway, it's just not worth it. As it stands right now, if the crack doesn't take him, the gambling eventually will. And unlike most of his streams, it will not be entertaining to watch, even for the most sadistic members of his audience. As hard as the drugs he likes are, I recognize
No, it will still be entertaining to watch for the most sadistic of his fans. It will be. They will still enjoy it because the trolls are absolutely heartless. They are filled with hate and they love Bossman Jack.
how insane what I'm about to say is, that he believes he will be successful once he gets off of it, which leads me to believe that while he's genuinely planning to stop using, he doesn't even consider the possibility that he should stop gambling. If anything, he actually blames the drugs for his lack of success in gambling. Based on certain moments in the
Of course, it's the crack's fault that he never wins at gambling.
past when he's expressed that he does actually pay attention to things people say about him online, I actually have some hope that Austin hears this next part, or that someone clips this and sends it to him. In all honesty, this is something of a tragic story because Austin is a very funny person who could make pretty much any kind of content work. I could see him as a Tyler 1 kind of streamer who, while often getting very angry and loud, can contain it to the live streams and otherwise be a normal person. I mean, imagine this guy playing video games and being bad at them. That would be hilarious. But unfortunately for him, no game will hit as hard as slots. Hopefully we get to see Austin turn his life around before he drives himself to actually doing something irreversible, but I wouldn't bet on it. I've been Turkey Tom, thanks for watching, and until next time, leave me alone. Online game.
All right, and I'm Jake Buchanan. Thanks for watching the channel. Be sure and leave a like and subscribe. Go ahead and check out Turkey Tom's channel. Give him a like and subscribe, and we'll see you next time.